Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jay Cohn.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. The American Civil Liberties Union now examining a case along the Montana High Line that may have crossed the line.
A Border Patrol agent working in the Havre area tells two U.S. citizens he stopped and detained them because they were speaking Spanish.
Now, the video of the two women who were stopped by the Border Patrol agent for speaking Spanish has gone viral.
So can you tell us in the video, please, why you asked us for our IDs, please?
Ma'am, the reason I asked you for your ID is because I came in here and I saw that you guys are speaking Spanish, which is very unheard of up here.
Okay.
Anna Suda, who was born in Texas, stopped with a friend at a Havertown pump store to buy milk and eggs. They were speaking Spanish when this Border Patrol agent approached and asked to see their documents. The officer identified himself as Agent O'Neill in the video and says his actions were not racially motivated.
Suda says that the officer let them leave after about 35 minutes. In a statement, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection says it is committed to treating everyone with professionalism, dignity, and respect.
Now, the agency says, quote, although most Border Patrol work is conducted in the immediate border area, agents have broad law enforcement authority and are not limited to a specific geography within the United States. They have the authority, they say, to question individuals, make arrests, and take and consider evidence. U.S. Customs and Border Protection says it is currently reviewing this incident to ensure that all the appropriate policies were in fact followed.
Though according to the ACLU of Montana, speaking Spanish is not a valid reason to stop and detain anyone.
A Utah judge is ordering a former Billings couple accused of beating and starving their toddler to stand trial for the murder.
Now, that ruling ordered Friday in the case against 26-year-old Miller Costello and his 23-year-old wife, Brenda Emile. The self-described gypsy couple has ties to Billings, where court records show a number of offenses on their records from 2008 to 2015. Costello and Emile are accused of mistreating their 3-year-old daughter so badly, investigators said the victim looked like a Holocaust survivor.
Because she had so many injuries spanning a long length of time, investigators said they could not determine the child's exact cause of death. Following the judge's ruling, prosecutors now have 60 days to decide whether or not to pursue the death penalty.
The man accused of shooting at two probation and parole officers before engaging Billings police in a standoff this month denies the charges.
60-year-old Michael Jeffrey Anderson was arraigned today in Yellowstone County District Court, where he's facing 2 counts of attempted deliberate homicide. The probation officers say that Anderson welcomed them into his home on the 1600 block of 2nd Avenue North to do a routine home check. But during that search, the officers say Anderson pulled out a semi-automatic handgun and started shooting. The officers were forced to return fire as they escaped.
Anderson barricaded himself inside the home for about 2 hours before police broke down the front door and found him with a bullet wound to his stomach. He's now held at the Yellowstone County Jail on $1.25 million bond. The proposed bathroom initiative, the subject of a court hearing today in Great Falls. Initiative 183 is proposing that people would have to use the public restroom that corresponds with the sex indicated on their original birth certificate, rather than the sex they might identify with. In arguments today, the state argued that the challenge to this proposed measure is premature because this initiative has yet to qualify for a spot on Montana's ballot this November. They asked that the case be dismissed. The ACLU of Montana also claims I-183 is filled with constitutional defects that it says will infringe on the rights of transgender and non-binary Montanans. District Judge John Kutzman took today's arguments under advisement and says he will issue his ruling later. Law enforcement all across the state and country trying to make our streets and highways safer. Tonight, a special border-to-border program will zero in on 4 key hours on the road. That's from 4 to 8 p.m. Increased officers on the streets and highways will work hard to identify seatbelt citations and enforce the law. Now, the overall Click It or Ticket campaign runs through Memorial Day weekend for a total of 2 weeks.
We're putting it out on our social media platforms. We'll have it on reader boards across the state, and we try to send a unified message across the entire United States with state, county, and local police. There's so many people traveling and so many tourists traveling through Montana specifically. Wearing the seatbelt is the single most important thing you can do to reduce your chances of being killed in a serious crash. And so it's just so important to be buckled up.
Another reason for kicking off tonight's Border to Border program from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. is because it's during these hours in which seatbelt use is at its lowest. Concert news now. Bob Seger and his Silver Bullet Band have a new date for its Billings concert that had to be canceled last year. Now, when medical issues forced Seger to cancel his tour last November, the band said it hoped to reschedule, and today that new concert date for the Rimrock Auto Arena announced it is January 29th of next year. All the tickets purchased for Seger's original concert will be honored. The remaining 2,000 tickets available for the show will go on sale tomorrow at noon at metropark.com. Talking about death and dying can be an uncomfortable topic, but some have it all planned out, picking out their plots, designing their services, or opting for cremation. Now there is yet another option available in western Montana. In the middle of the Swan Valley, there's a place where the dearly departed spend their eternity in nature, eventually becoming one with nature. It's 120 acres in the woods devoted to green or natural burials, an environmental option that's about as low-key as you can get, yet spiritual and peaceful. This idea grew out of necessity for longtime landowners Harry and Joan Meyer.
I got thinking, gee, I don't want to die and have they haul me off the town and bury me. I want to be buried right here. We looked into that and we found out in Montana you can be buried on your own land. There's no assurance that nobody's going to dig you up or build something right on top of you or anything like that, you know. And the only way you could do that is have a regular cemetery. Tonight at 10 o'clock, we'll meet the Meyer family and learn more about what they call the first natural cemetery here in Montana. Small Montana towns often made up of dedicated, community-driven people. And as Q2's Jenny Fick shows us in our final One School at a Time contest this school year, that small town strength brings in the top prize.
On behalf of Cloud Peak Energy in Q2, we would like to present Pineview Elementary with the award-winning $2,000 for the One School at a Time challenge. Congratulations.
The whole community just rallied behind us to make sure that we got what we needed, which is just a true testament for the town of Colstrip. When things are in need or when someone needs support, the entire community just backs us up.
Schools are always in need of something new, something that they can't afford with the budgets they're given. And one of the unique opportunities is this: it not only gets those schools those items that perhaps they wouldn't have been able to, but it really rallies the community, the parents in that school district to get together, and whether it's voting or add their own contributions, it helps the school out in multiple ways.
Nearly $30,000 in grants donated to area schools. That marks the end of a year of great projects. In Colstrip, Jenny Fick, MTN News. Westside Elementary in Sydney will receive $1,000 to purchase clay and pottery materials, and third place Yellowstone Academy here in Billings wins $500 to purchase supplies for its summer arts program. Speaking of summer, we have a little homework for you over summer vacation. Don't forget, we'd like you to nominate schools, classes, and teachers that could benefit from Q2 and Cloud Peak Energy's One School at a Time grants. You'll have the whole summer to think about that. Our grant competition kicks up again this fall once the new school year gets underway. Coming up on tonight's 5:30 News, we take a stroll down memory lane, or more fitting, Memory Avenue, as we look back on Billings' iconic Montana Avenue. And in sports tonight, Scott updates us on Laurel runner Patrick Casey, now healthy and making noise again on the international circuit.
And coming up in weather, a line of showers and thunderstorms crossing the state line with Wyoming and starting to make its way into Montana and even the Billings area. But will it do the 7-10 split and half go north, half go south? We'll talk about it coming up.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.